Hello, everybody. This is Matthew Brand. Welcome to the Amethyst Podcast. And today I'm going to be talking about how I'm going to be doing my cigar reviews differently. Um, I see a lot of cigar reviewers out there. It's a flooded market, to be completely honest, even though they've tried to kill most of them with the YouTube algorithm and whatnot. But to be completely honest, I don't see a lot of cigar reviewers comparing cigars and factoring price in as part of the rating. A lot of the time, they just talk about the quality of the cigar, which is fine. It's great. For a lot of people, prices and the options. Cigars are one of the more expensive luxuries, but they're also a luxury that can be afforded at every price point. Some people smoke $2 cigars. Some people smoke $50 cigars. It's all up to you. There are more expensive cigars out there that which I've learned. There's got $70 cigars and so on and so forth. But I would really like to factor that in because a cigar that's really, really great at $20 may not be really, really great at $40. And if you get a $20 cigar, but there's some $12 or $15 cigars that are very comparable, I think that should be noted. And some cigars are good, but they'd be better if they were on sale. I mean, every cigar would be better if it's on sale, but maybe I wouldn't buy it unless it was on sale. It's a matinee cigar, right? One of those times you'd rather pay less to get into the movie. But speaking of which, I want to talk about how I'm going to be picking the cigars that I smoke. So what I do is I have a cigar journal, and I keep the bands from the cigars that I smoke. And what I'm going to do is draw the band, reach my hand in the bucket, draw a band like I would in a lottery, and go to the corresponding journal entry or rating, and you know, let you know about how I felt about the cigar. But that being said, I got to go into the rating system as well. So, top of the rating system is going to be a 7 tier rating system, and not to be confused with also a new cigar YouTuber that I found was pretty good. His name is Cigar Hound. I think he has the most solid rating system, but again, I'm going to be factoring price into it. But I don't really have much of a middle tier rating system, so it's going to be classic's going to be at the top, right? I think a cigar is classic. It's something shut up and take my money. All time, always going to remember it. Wonderful cigar is the Michael Jackson Prince of cigars is something blows all the other stuff out of the water. It's right up there with the best of the best. And then the second one down is going to be it's a solid hit, right? And that's going to be like a B grade for me. It's worth every penny. Nothing's wrong with it. It's a great cigar, but I don't think it's necessarily the one of the greatest cigars, and I think that's where the differential comes in. It's a good cigar. I would definitely buy it again. I'll come back to it if I see it on the shelf. But if I found the other cigar, depending on how much the cost, I would rather probably go back to that, smoke on a regular basis. The next tier, or 3 tiers, are not necessarily going to be bad or worse than the others. They're just going to be kind of personal opinion, which all of this is personal opinion. But guilty pleasure, right? This is a cigar that I like, but I do understand that a lot of people may not care much for it. Uh, it's a kind of a quaint, interesting, not bad, really. That's going to be the next one. So, not bad is a cigar that I think is okay, but it's just that it's okay. It's not a bad cigar. Um, I'd probably go back to it if it were, if we're on sale, but I don't, that doesn't mean I think it's like not worth the money. And then the next one is going to be conflicting, maybe not my cup of tea, right? So, this is a cigar I thought was good in some aspects, maybe I didn't quite enjoy it in other aspects. Some people may love it, some people may not stand it, but in general, I don't think it's necessarily a bad cigar, just not for me. And then D is going to be forgettable. That's a cigar that it's not horrible. Like, I'm not mad um, that I had it, but at the same time, uh, I'm not really happy that I paid money for it. I'm not going to remember it. I'm not going to be thinking about that cigar when I'm in the shop. I'm going to look over it, knowing that I've already smoked it and probably never think about going back to it again. However, if somebody gave me one, I wouldn't be disappointed. It's a cigar, it's free. The next one is I wouldn't even smoke it if somebody gave it to me. That's regrettable. That's going to be like a F ranking. And for me, uh, a regrettable cigar is like when you light it up, you're smoking it, and it just tastes so bad. Maybe depending on your finances or how many other cigars you had to smoke, you power through it. But for the most part, it's not a cigar that I would recommend personally, and it's not going to be one that's just not my cup of tea. It's just one that I can not really see people caring much for. But obviously, some people must care for them if they're still in business. So that was the list. That's going to be the tier list coming up, and I hope you tune in. God bless you. Have a great night. Peace.